Well, okay. Looks like that we got recording going on, and this video is titled "The Lighter Side of Me." Um, my friends have made a very good point with me that um, to allow people to see that lighter side of me, the person that they enjoy so much, which my lineage is that we're very hard workers, a lot of us farmer ranchers, etc., and we are the folk that can sit down and have, a few cups of the spirits, enjoy that and have that good company and go home, and our families, we're taking care of our families. I'm talking about couples going out, etc. Because one of the problems that we have in today's society is that because they are so forbidden on the age group, that it doesn't allow us to take our kids into environments of adults, because I want to tell you, as many of the upper level thinking adults are, we know that you bring kids, you show kids all the aspects of life, what there is, what is life, what happens, certain things you better follow. Then see this other outcome, that's the one we don't want, uh, keeping our kids from, I tell you, my grandparents, Mammal and my Pampa, my grandfather Pampa, that's Southern, that is a Southern title. Mammal is a Southern title for grandmother, okay? Pampa, grandfather, stuff. And before I go much further, okay, this is a video called "The Lighter Side of Me." I am Miss Tulare Dawn, Miss Tulare Catherine Dawn Masters. I am affectionately also known as Higherways Woman. That wasn't a name that I came up with. That was a name given to me. Okay. And I'm going to throw out a little bit of extra information. Okay. Keys. I want to teach the kids keys, because we have more than just a key that you put into a lock and you unlock it. No, keys. There are other keys than that. And this is it. TLG and TLD. If you can figure out what those letters mean, then you are in the inner sanctum, and people will know that you are a true, pure soul, because I only allow people who subscribe to my pages that they are good people. Because if I'm not around, I have to make sure that those people who I allow on my site respect those that I have welcomed to my site. And I welcome them by approving their request to enter in. And as long as that they are respectful, then come. And even the young, because my channels are for education purposes. It is to teach them. It is to help teach kids that a lot of them who were like me had hardworking parents. They had to be. Both parents had to start working. It used to be not. Germany helped that advance that intelligence of that have at least one parent home until the child reaches the age of at least 5 years of age. And they pay them. They pay that partner, and at the time it was the mothers, that they will stay home, rear these children, because of the most important time in children's lives is between the years of 0 to 5 years of age. That's when they develop the most. And it is very important that you protect that sanctity. You protect that. It's higher consciousness. It helps raise the global IQ. Makes sense. And actually, here's something that, because there are people who just want you to know the negative things in life, bring you down, what have you. Oh yeah, everything was bad. Oh, we made a new archaeological discovery. We're going to get to the lighter side of me right now, okay? And show why that I have friends that I love and they love me so. And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to put on makeup and do all this other stuff. I'm not. You're going to get me just the way that I am. I cannot wear makeup. I end up in the emergency room with them, and it doesn't matter if they call it organic. I still end up in the emergency. I can't even wear mascara, just mascara. I can wear lipstick, and I glad that at least I can do that because I've been told I have very admiring lips. And you know what? Listen, it's been a while, folks. It's been a long while. Seems like all I have been in is just one fight after another, and as you can see, I've got these incisions here, and I have others, and so I will do my best to help enunciate my words, and hopefully that you will know that this is water. I'm allergic to alcohol. My the women in my family, oh yeah, we have that, you know, similar problem. It's something that I prayed about because God just sometimes that's needed, and I know sometimes you go in the back too. Just oh dear me. Would anybody like to be God for a day? Oh wait, no, I'll get back to you on that. I didn't get the memo on that. Oh, my email account. Somebody hacked into it, so I didn't get it. I am a death experiencer, and I was with God, Christ, and okay, yeah, it's true. It's Moses. I'm not, like I said, put on makeup and stuff, but I might from time to time. I love this hat. I've been given many compliments on it, and I absolutely love it. And if you will go back, here, give me just a minute, I'll show you something. You know what? I'm going to do better than that one. Hang on a second. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. It's kind of interesting. Um, I want to show you all a tree. Okay. And, I've seen these videos where these young girls are putting on their makeup, applying it. And, I find that kind of fascinating. This is the lighter side of me video, okay? So I sit there and I'm watching them, and I'm wondering that why. I don't really, I really don't fully understand it, but there's a little part that kind of does, that I'll admit I do understand it, about that much. But for a whole lot of it, no. Why sit there and put on makeup while you talk? I would rather have a person writing, or knitting or coloring. I don't care, I don't like the makeup because there are a lot of women right now that are really trying to break free from that. And that there are people who are like me that because this is so heavily pushed by the makeup industries because it's a multi-billion dollar per year, well, actually probably trillions, it's $1 trillion industry because they prey on our on our insecurities. And they're the ones who make our insecurity. What do you mean you don't shave underneath the armpits? You don't shave your legs, you don't shave your body. And it's like medicine has gone, we have proven in our scientific results that when it comes to the immune system, now I do have background in medicine and I do hold a couple records in there. Okay, so I am actually recalling these tests, their results and everything in these books that the public is privy to, and also X-ray students, those who have, that means they got a 2-year degree, are not privy to the one that takes 4 and 6 years to get. So I was up there where that whole lot of other information you ain't privy to. So let me show you. Let me show you as I talk who I really am, so you can sit here and enjoy me like my friends that enjoy me and that how much I enjoy them. Okay? All right, hang on. We're having a lot of different, we got clouds, we've got really good clouds formations coming up. What I've been praying for, please block the sun, hide the sun behind the clouds. So the weather systems that are coming and going, in order to create them, it does take a lot of energy, a lot of electricity. And so people will start feeling this, vibration in your body. And you'll feel flu-like symptoms, even troubles breathing. Cardiac irregularities, is another one. And let's see. Oh, dry skin. Yeah, you'll be going for the lotion. If I can get close enough, you might be able to see that. Yeah, I'm pretty dried out. The thyroid starts having problems, and so my voice has changed. So these electromagnetic fields that they create, because all the wires aren't in lead pipings, and we're not allowed lead paint because we had lead. Lead is an incredible barrier between people and where that electromagnetic energy that also byproduct is radiation puts off. So those who think because that I've told people that there are books that I read that, I was pretty shocked to find out that radiation has no therapeutic value in the treatment of cancer. And I've had so many people tell me, well, if radiation causes cancer, then why are they using radiation to treat cancer? Oh, there you go. That's a lottery hit. That's a lottery hit. Get the bells, the whistles, the lights, everything, and the check, the money flowing out of the lottery machines, everything. Yes, there you go. Why then are we using it? And if I sit there and I go, well, now I'm of the club, Robin Cook has a Facebook account. Dr. Robin Cook, he was he was my favorite author. I discovered him when I was studying medicine. Absolutely loved his book. As a matter of fact, there is one of the most legendary, among the most legendary, iconic movies of the 70s, was a movie called Coma. It was written by Dr. Robin Cook. He's a doctor turned author. Okay, now then, I want you to see. This is who you're talking to. This here, now, is the damage done. And I will be very frank about the difference between when, because medicine is so intelligent that I could literally, if right now, if I had the right doctors treating me, if I had the right doctors treating me right now, if I had the doctors who were from when I was in medicine and I was being taught from these doctors. If I could find either those who taught that medicine or those who were taught by that medicine, I would still be looking like her at age 59. That's my mother. That's my mother. This is what they do not want, folks. This is what they do not want. And you know what? I would tell you that because of these electromagnetic fields, they can alter features very quickly. There is a movie that my mother and father. It just so happens to be that I was at the home. I was at home. I guess everybody else had sports or theater, whatever they were involved in, and so my mother and my father went out this afternoon. I went with them. And they're going to a matinee movie, and my father and mother allowed me at the time. I think a John Wayne movie was going on. May I had to hang on to this. Hope y'all know who you're talking to because I know that I don't look like her. Okay, I know I don't, and I don't need anybody saying anything to make me feel worse about what's been done to me, how they altered me. And this is a reason why that you see, this is what I love a lot about the younger generation because I tell you what, you want to sit there and make fun of somebody's appearance. I have not, even though that in my time, the fantastic 60s and 70s, which was actually about mind control, fighting MK Ultra, vaccines, implants. They don't want you to know that that's what we are about, that we knew what they were doing. If you go back into about 1969, people, thank God, these Canadians who had United States CIA, United States, located in the U.S., experimented on these certain Canadians and what they did and what they were able to find those people who were taught the right laws and the right medicine. Listen to them. And we had, for the first time in the media, proof that MK Ultra Illuminatis, MK Ultra mind control, direct energy weapons, all this stuff was proven. Implants, being chipped, yes, through a syringe, yes, they were able to prove it. And so with that, they want you to think that the movement was a whole lot about the Vietnam War. Well, yeah, we wanted that war to end, but we were putting the pressure on our government to stop Project Paperclip. Do you ever wonder why that they would sit there and bring in demons that were making, oh yeah, let's make lampshade out of human skin. Well, we've done that with tigers and bears, I don't know, maybe that they're reincarnated in a human and they go, well, let's see if we can awaken you this way. And it's kind of like, well, those who end up on lampshade, it just might be possible that, because I met, I'm going to do this in segments because I'm going to let the lighter side of me. I'm just going to talk about things and, allow my sense of humor, my fun to come through as much as possible. And I will honor my Mammal, my Pampa, because I tell you that for clubs, and we have very good friends that have had clubs because of them, because you get these religious, zealous people who go, oh, anybody who goes into a bar, pub, tavern, whatever you want to call it, oh, they're just the most sinners, they're the greatest sinners. Oh, they're going to hell. If you go into one, you're going to hell. Just walk through it don't matter if you broke down, you need to borrow the phone. You step through the threshold that you're going to hell. You're in there, you're screwing, you're around, you're becoming a harlot. When I'd go in. I love to play pool. I love the game. There's a lot of sports that I played. I played volleyball, basketball, softball, baseball, tennis, badminton, pool, swimming. Um, Led my eighth grade basketball girls team to a all win no loss season. Thank you. One of the most greatest women that I got to know early age and learn under was Miss Carol Harshbarger. Harsh, Harshbarger, Barger. She was the most phenomenal woman. She reminds me of Patricia O'Neill and oh my God, I feel so bad. Patricia O'Neill, Rosalind Russell, and Barbara Stanwyck. I would not have been able to have honed my skills that I had to help be a part of a team of women that we won every single basketball game that we played, every single one. Quad Cities, Illinois. Bob Seger sings about where I'm from, one of the territories that makes up the four cities, Quad Cities, which is Rock Island, Moline, Illinois, across the Missouri River or Mississippi River, and you got Davenport, Bettendorf, Iowa, Quad Cities. I was born and raised just on the outskirts. It took about 20 minutes to reach this metropolitan area. So I lived in the country. And I had the wonderful accessibility to this great metropolitan area. It was a great time to be alive. It was a great time to be young, even old. It's just a great time to be alive. It was incredible what this territory was accomplishing, and especially in the children. And I guess the children, we were very good because I got people. Do you think that they target us? Is there something that is about us? In particular that they target us? I go, yeah, there is. Now they use astrology, numerology, and et cetera, et cetera, and they turn around and create their religions and their schools to tell you that's of the devil. If you use those numbers, if you go by this, that's of the devil, you're the devil. And they're sitting there, their business is successful. They're doing very well. They're able to provide for their children, for their loved ones, on, and able to donate to the community. But they turn around and say, oh, that's of the devil. Really? Oh, and that's of the devil. Well, how come you use it? That's of the devil. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean that I know anything about numerology? Well, knowing about numbers and their meanings, their definition is equivalent to medical terms and their definition. Because I've said that when I was growing up, if I had teachers telling me about meanings, that new numbers had specific meanings, and if you put them like this and like this, that you could get this meaning, which will equal this result, I would have gone, well, yeah, that's interesting. Going, man, 1 plus 1, that equals 2. Well, actually, it equals more than just 2. 1 plus 1 equals more than 2, because if you take that 1 and you go, okay, you take this 1 and you put it there. We got this other 1 and you put it there. So 1 plus 1, 1 plus that number plus that number, when you put them together, equals 11. Well, that's true. That's true. And then the other truth is that, well, if you have 1 apple and you got another apple, so altogether, how many do you have? 2 apples. Yeah, okay, well, thank God that thank God that I was with just enough of the right adults in their fields of knowledge that I was able to take that and expand and grow on and become, more and more successful. And I tell people, one of the records that I do hold, this is the truth, okay? Remember, that's an illegal surgery. That took a long time to overcome. I've got adhesions and other things, this pulls down on me. So I wouldn't suggest, don't be cruel. Don't say nothing cruel about me, towards me, because there's people that will absolutely will tear you apart, okay? Because they know this is really not easy for me to do, get in front of the camera when I used to be. I'm like Michael Jackson. I'm not Wacko Jacko. I'm not Wacko. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? I have feelings. I have feelings too. I have a heart. It hurts me for that to be said. I agree with Michael. You know, that's when I had good doctors, good people, and who I was, who I am. Okay. So, this is a white lightning, isn't vodka. That maybe one of these days that God will answer my prayers and I'll be able to drink, because I think if I would be able to do that, there'd be a lot more people that I would be, I'd be very happy person if they were around. Just, just give me a break in life, God. Geez, I sat there and I told him, that now imagine this now. Now I'm 30 years of age and I am battling a fatal tumor. It is fatal. I do not get this tumor removed, it is going to kill me. The damage done to me will kill me, and it did. It did. This started in September 1991. By October 30th of 1992, I just so happened to be in the hospital. I found a friend in medicine, just barely. And I'm talking about within, I can't remember, like 2 or 3 weeks maybe, that a neurosurgeon that I wish to God that was the first one put in my life when I was diagnosed, when we discovered that tumor, August 27th of 1991. Then Dr. Jeffrey Cohn of Amarillo, Texas, neurosurgeon, he would not have operated on me September 4th, 1991, because he's the one that ended up, I later found out several months later. Well, he told us he removed it. 4 weeks later, I had an MRI, and you can imagine what my thoughts were when I had this MRI of my head after Dr. Jeffrey Cohn of Amarillo, Texas, neurosurgeon, telling my husband, my father, my mother, their mates, my sister, my brother-in-law, etc., that she has a tumor in front of her pituitary gland, and I'm going to remove it, because if we don't remove this, she's going to die. I had my right eye is dilated, the pupil. That's why that I wear this, because sometimes light can put me in the emergency room with it. And so does makeup, mascara, etc. So I can't wear makeup. I can wear lipstick, but I can't wear makeup. And so those of you that if you don't like my natural looks, well, screw you. Get your backside on down the road, because none of us want to talk to you. We don't need anybody around, wanting to sit there and go, if you don't look like this, we already know those kind of people get paid. That's what we call special payroll. People who are to sit there and do everything to demean you, put you down, spread lies. I had one of the lies that I was so yeah, yeah, God and Jesus, them and their ideas. When I died, I was with them, and I don't care what religion you are. I don't care. I'm going to make it easier because I'm not willing to go through all the freaking different names of God. So, blah, 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 blah. I am of this faith, and I don't condemn other people with their faith unless you're Satanist, and then you're a piece of crap, okay? This is, this is, these videos are not just, they're, on the lighter side of me, it is an educational. So I am going to share with you what information that costs me thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, because you don't get to go to medical school for free. Okay, I put me through there. Okay, I did it along with everything else. I paid for it, and anything that I worked, researched, discovered, etc., that people have done very, very well off. That if I want to share that information for free, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I got these people who sit there and go, well, you were a radiologist. You were a radiology, because I only had 2 years ago, and I had all my degrees. So, and radiology, gastroenterology, psycho, blah blah. Okay, criminal law, religion, etc. Okay, all right. So, well, we allowed you to get this far. No, you didn't allow me to get that far. I worked my backside off to get there. I had a 4-year basketball scholarship, major university, Chicago, Illinois. My mother told me that when I was about 7 years old, set me down, goes, I need to tell you something. Your father has informed me that any of you kids who want to go to college, you're going to have to find your own way. Basically, he's going to provide for shelter, food, clothing, shoes, bedding, sheets, vacations, etc., etc. He will make sure that we get an education, that I'm protected. I never got molested. I never got molested. I did not have to worry about anybody breaking into my home, raping us. My parents were never on crack, cocaine. They were not druggies. None of them that I was ever around was that. So my dad, okay, fair enough. I will sit there and work on sports, and I will see if I can find my way into college, because that was my dream, to get into college. Okay. All right. So unfortunately, that when it was discovered that, hey, they're implanting our loved ones, you and me, and oh, by the way, that alters our personality, and they're abducting loved ones, and there are those people, not all of them, but I'm going to tell you what I know. There are people who are getting confiscated by the military, government, so, and having terrible things done, and then these false memories put into them, it's aliens, and like Men in Black, uh, with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, that flashy pin, flashy thingy. He wants to erase the memories, put false memories in. Yes, that's true. That's what the 60s and 70s movement was about. So stop thinking about that, that it's if you doing, hey man, this is cool, let's smoke this, and yeah, we talk like this, yeah, this is cool. No, that wasn't the 60s and 70s. That's what the propaganda, that's what they fed you. Remember, They Live with Rod Piper? Loved him. Very respectful of him. That he did a movie that he knew that they would kill him over. Put on these glasses and you can see all these different things that are hidden because they're beyond our field of vibrations. They're at a different vibration, lower or above it, whatever you want to do. We can't see it. Put on these glasses, you see obey, sleep, get pregnant, be enslaved, and and then when he looks at these people, he sees them for what they really are. This stuff is true. That's true. That's true. Otherwise, why would any of them make this movie that surely you're putting your life on the line if there was a truth in it? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them. That's why that I say that, there is such an exists as medicine 666. Yes. Okay. Do the sign. Such as exists as medicine 666. 6, 666. Do all that fuck. Excuse me. Not fun stuff. Teaching, education, If I love what Lily Tomlin once said. Why is it that when we talk to God, we call it prayer, but when God answers back, we call it schizophrenia? And it's like, yeah, ain't that the truth? And basically, one of the records that I hold, and I talk about this because it's my way of proving how intelligent our children and our society really is, because I can prove it. I can prove it. And therefore, I'm not talking out of arrogance. I'm just validating what really is, what the truth is, okay? Here it is. Now, by the time I reached second grade, I was so freaking bored out of my mind. And I'm telling you, I was one of these people that thank God that I had control enough over my emotional, mental energies that I wasn't being run around being disrupted. But it was absolutely antagonizing the daylights out of me that I would be 3 and 4 chapters ahead. And the teacher's up there, nurse, doing this, plus this, plus this, equals, oh my God, agony, oh God dang, please, dear God, deliver me, I can't take this, oh hell no, oh heck no, oh heck no, this is not, I'm glad I got it for those not under 18, so okay. Oh, heck no. No. So I decided that when I was in second grade, that their teaching is only worth a C from me. That's my grade. I'm giving to these teachers, to these programs. The schooling, yeah, dumbing down. Yeah, I knew it by, I knew it by 1968. Yeah. Oh, dear God. If you don't get a hold of that and kill that soon, that means everybody after me is going to suffer even more. There's going to be more that suffer. It did. But so, I'm going to tell you something. By the time that I reached my sophomore year in high school, one day it occurred to me that I thought, well, am I kidding myself that I really need to wait until I'm in college, that I can go as fast as I want to, that I do not have to sit here in these classrooms trying to get a degree where we're taking 12 friggin' years to learn what could be learned by the time you reach the third grade. I thought, well, let me see. Let me see if I'm kidding myself, Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. So, okay, I apply myself. I get my next report card. All A's except for two B's. And those are B pluses. B pluses. So it's like one mark went from having all A's. Oh no, I'm not kidding myself. I'm not delusional in any way. Yeah, the public school system teaching sucks. Yeah, it's so bad. And they're doing it for a reason. So I get into college. Took me 5 years. I got a scholarship, but unfortunately, it's true about that what is being produced between satellites, internet, cell phone towers, cell phones, the Atlantean male program. The Atlantean males were not good males. They weren't. They were constantly fighting with the Lemurian women because not only were they very beautiful, we are very beautiful. Here, let me help you. Sorry, hung up. Lemurian women are very beautiful. And I'm going to stop this. I'm going to get something right quick for you, okay? Okay, good. Stopped it. Didn't lose it. We can continue on. I'm going to try to do 1 hour and do them in parts. That is me when I was becoming a doctor, okay? That's me. That's me. I wish, and I have said this many times, that I have told people when I read their stories about that how badly they were treated by the medically licensed, especially women, that I will I will share my experience in medicine, that how that I treated people, and that I would say that I am so sorry. I wish that I could have been your doctor, because if I was your doctor, you would not be getting treated like that. You would not have to live with lipomas hanging off your body. Dr. Sandra Lee, I would be just like her. Nobody's going to tell me that I can't remove what I know needs to be removed. And nobody's going to tell me how to remove what I have already been trained and I know how to remove. Now, I'm going to tell you about my medical record. I had extra tests. And after a little while, I started kind of going, I'm having a lot more tests than the other students. And I'm getting invitation to things that when I attend it, I am not seeing any other of my colleagues, whether they be first year or second year student or just graduated x-ray student. I don't see them present. And these are special procedures, special seminars, medical seminars. And then one day, I was kind of going, this is kind of interesting that I've got all this going on and these extra tests. And then one day I get, excuse me, the room that I was assigned, which was X-ray room 1. And in X-ray room 1, we do special procedures. There's another one, but X-ray 1 does the most specialized procedures. So it has the most specialized equipment that none of the other rooms have. And it's got equipment that you have to have a doctorate in radiology in order to operate the machine and assist in the procedure, which is an ERCP. And you will have a GI specialist, gastrointestinal. They will have a person anesthetized enough to where they're resting and they're, kind of really don't know what's going on, but you can still, if you need to reach them, wake them up. You're going to be able to do that. Okay. So he's ready to begin. I got to go find one of my radiologists to operate that fluoroscopy machine. I'm in Amarillo. It's a metropolitan area. We got 3 major hospitals. I was at High Plains Baptist Hospital. That was my base hospital. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock. So it's bustling. It's bustling. You got people everywhere. You got doctors everywhere, techs and nurses, on and on. I go to get my radiologist and the entire radiology department. There's nobody there. There's no radiologist, no techs, no secretaries, receptionists, nobody sitting in the waiting area. Nobody. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's there. And I'm frantic because I got to have a radiologist. And I'm running everywhere looking for him, and at one point I think, well, maybe they know they know this is scheduled, so maybe they're there. So I go back into the room and I open up the door and oh shoot. All I see is Dr. Anderson and the patient, and Dr. Anderson says, I'm ready to begin. I have the patient sedated. And I'm going, oh my God. The next scene, and I do this, the next scene is, and that way. Rip all the patches and the stripes off. And out you go. So I do it. I do it. Okay. I got to do it. I got to do it. This woman is this far. And so I had watched the radiologist how to operate the machine. I've been watching, studying him. Now, okay, I do it. I'm taking the pictures, putting in the cassettes, the films. I've got the area, the anatomy showing up on this monitor. They look like the original computer monitors, screen, only bigger, got to light up, so he's got the scope going through the stomach into the very first part of the small intestines, do a denim cap, and there's a little sphincter vodi, puts a tube up in there, injects dye, it lights up the common bile duct, the gallbladder, the liver, the pancreas, everything. So, and it's a good test. You can see if there's any, narrowing, closing off, any stenosing, stones, diseases. Stuff. It's a good test. in 1991. It was one of the best tests. So, okay, I'm doing this, and we get done. We get done with it, and I got the patient is away. I got her dressed. We got her taken care of. Step outside, and the apartment is a buzz. It's like as if what just happened never happened. Because at one point, when I was at the very end, when I'm doing the last picture, taking the last X-rays, and we'd be done with the procedure, I hear psst, psst, and I look over my shoulders, and I see my state license tag. Every student is assigned to a state certified X-ray tech, and I had, thanks to the higher bust, I had one of the best. And she was standing with another tech, and I look over and they're going, "You've been doing this?" And I'm going, "Yeah, yeah." I'm thinking they're going to take over. I'm thinking, "Oh, thank God!" And I do these pictures, and I look over, and they're gone. They're gone. They're not. They didn't come over to relieve me. They left. And fortunately, no, that didn't result in me having, the patches and stuff ripped off. Actually, I got some interesting results, and I'll tell you, and one of the several ways that I found out, because after that I went, yeah, something's up. Yeah, yeah. There's some people who they know what's going on because they're setting this up. They're testing me, and I mean they're really testing me. And I thought, if they didn't think that I couldn't do that, they would never have set that up, because they would never have risked somebody's well-being. They wouldn't have done it. I know them, because those who know me know my medicine is merciful, and people get better, and people stop suffering. And so they knew that I could do that. And they showed me that I could do that. Now, taking all these things, all these ways that I've been tested, what's the outcome? Okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I got about 7 minutes, and then we're going to stop and go to part two. All right. Now, I'm assigned to surgical rotation. And I always go in much early, about an hour before everybody arrives, and I see what's on the schedule for the entire day. And I sit there and I stalk the room to make sure I have everything and anything that I might think, no, whatever, it's stocked. It's there. There's no having to run and go looking for it. In surgical rotation, I go into the rooms that I know that I'm assigned to, the surgical room, procedure rooms that I'm assigned to, and I go in there and I see where everything is, where everything's stocked, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, ready to go. Well, we had one of the procedures that morning was urology, and this is where this urologist needs to access the kidneys, and they have like this 2-gallon bag of water, and they fill the bladder up, and I'm telling you folks, everybody looks like they're about between 6 to 9 months pregnant, and they have to expand the bladder that big in order to get the scopes and stuff where they need to go. And there are these guide wires so that if they need to put a stent, shunt, whatever, that they can go up wherever they need to put what or go after what. And so I hear him say that he needs a number 8 guide wire. And these wires are in these, like they're 3 to 4 inch wide paper, makes it easier to find, and they're about 3 foot long. And I go, I remember seeing that number in particular. So I go between the partition, that's between the 2 surgical rooms. Nobody was in the other one. So go in there, turn the light on, go to the wall. I get in it. I come walking in just as his assisting nurse, because GI doctors and urology, they all have their specialty nurses. They go with them, right there beside them. And I hear, "Doctor, we don't have a number 8 guide wire." And I walk over and I go, "Is this what you're looking for?" And he looks at it and he looks at me, mouth dropped open, eyes, open. And he goes, yeah, that's the one I need. Okay. Hand it to him. I go back. I'm standing beside the C arm, this radiology, this X-ray type machine. I just go back over there, wait to see if he needs, in the portable X-ray. I'm standing there with my machines waiting. Okay, we finish up. Everything goes well, didn't need me. Okay, I'm headed out. And as I'm down the hallway a little bit, I hear footsteps running up, and he comes up and he says, "How did you know? How did you know about that?" And I said, "Well," "actually, that not too long ago, we were in the chapter of, urology, all the anatomy, everything." And I said, when every chapter that we are in, I always want to know. I want to know about diagnosis, all the various, diseases, injuries, etc. What are the tests? What are procedures? What are the medications? What's the etiologies? What are the prognoses? All of this. I want to know. I always find that out. And so, and what medicines are used to treat it. So by the time that I'm done with that chapter, I know all this. And he goes, "You're a 5th-year med student." And I looked at him and my immediate thought was, oh, oh shoot. Yeah, wait till he hears this, I know that, yeah, when anybody hears what the answer is, I know what's going to happen. And so I sit there and I go, no, I'm not a 5th-year med student. "Well, where are you? Where are you in it?" And I said, "Well, actually, I'm 8 months into my first year in radiology." And he just, his mouth drops open again. He goes, "You are a paramedic." "No, no." EMT, you're at least EMT." "No." I said, "I used to be an industrial electrician, commercial, residential, no first aid. I didn't, nothing." And he goes, "So 8 months of my first year, I achieved. Having the knowledge and being able to perform at the level of a 5th-year med student. So when I was in 2nd grade and I made the decision that these teachers are, what they're teaching is only worth a C work level from me, and that I would have to wait until I was in college to go as fast as I wanted, fast as I am capable, that I know that I'm capable of. And you want to, and with that, I am able, it's not, okay, it's not that I'm a braggart. No, no. Instead, it's that I am proving that the people of society are not dumbers. And I love this one post that I see not too long ago where this person goes, I'm an adult. Yeah, I'm not chaperone. And yeah, that's kind of scary, isn't it? Kind of have anxieties over, that I'm not being, you know, uh, I'm being left alone, you know, do things on my own. Yeah, kind of weird, isn't it? Because I read just like that person did. I read that same document, and it is documented that the government has literally said it is society's mommy and daddy, that society isn't mature enough. They cannot ever be mature enough on their own, that you got to put these laws because we just can't behave ourselves. We need them holding our hands. Literally, they say that, holding our hands. We are incapable of being safe, mature adults. And we do not need them holding our hands. We got to have it. I would love to see, I would love to, if especially anybody who's in medicine, if you see this, would you please help me find out that if anybody has beaten my record, have they become a doctor like in 3 years' time? I would like to find that out because actually, that I don't know so much about breaking my record that I would think that I would probably have a lot of people out there that would actually be right at my record. I would expect that a lot more. Find somebody to beat that, 5 years of medical school knowledge, you're performing at it within 8 months, getting it. But I want to tell you also now that at that point in my college attendance, I was married and I was able to devote all my time because my husband said yes, he wanted me to quit my job at an administrative level with IBP, which is the biggest beef processing company in the world, resign that administrative position. I was quality control. My boss was the USDA inspectors, and go to attend full time. And so I think that we need to stop doing that with foreigners. I think for a while, we need to stop doing that and giving all that to our American citizens, because when you are having everything taken care of, bills are being provided for, transportation, all these things that are given to these foreigners, because I met a lot of them. And it was like they were married to daddy government. Daddy government was even giving money for running around money. Go buy yourself some clothes. Here's a credit card. Go rent it up. Here's a car. Here's a vehicle to drive. Here's a place to live. Here's some furniture. Here's this. Here's your books. Here's your materials. Here's your lab coats. Whatever you needed. I think that no more. That needs to go to American citizens, because we will see our kids, actually, we would be seeing them graduate with medical degrees in their 12th year of school. Because if you put the education system where it is equal to society, well, that's true. You're going to have high schoolers graduating with college degrees. Yeah, break my record. I'd love that. Break my record because that's exactly what should be going on. So much for those who think that I'm stupid, huh? Because I'm sharing it with you. You know, I'm telling you where things are what. You know, I'm not going to sit there and uh, create things so you know put your money out on. And I'm not knocking these paranormal these ones but I am this is I'm sharing knowledge information that I paid thousands and thousands. Yeah, I paid it. I didn't when my tumor showed up. I Everything was paid for, thankfully, but I didn't get to finish what I paid for. Never got reimbursed. Maybe I need to find out about that. Be kind of nice to have that help out since I had a surgeon who, yeah, Dr. Jeffrey Cohn. The difference between those who care and those who don't care. You ought to listen to those of us who care because we can tell you quite easily those who don't care. So I'm going to stop this. I'm 1 hour, 6 minutes over. The lighter side of me, we're going to do a part two. Let's keep this going. We'll try to, I'll keep it going as long as my voice and anything else holds out. Okay? I like this. I'm glad that my friends, my brothers and sisters asked me to do this, the lighter side of me, because I've been in a lot of battles because of, what I've just shared with you. They don't want you knowing. Anything that's going to end up helping people to get better, be empowered, all these things, that we're under attack. It's like, it's good. It is so goddamn yesterday, isn't it? Oh yeah, I know. Oh my God, I sat there and told these people that, well, you immediately stop having mosquitoes bite you, gnats bite you, all this natural. Just take lemon juice, put it in your hands, and do this, put it on your face, ears, any part, accessible, skin accessible, to these insects. Put it on, and all of a sudden, oh, when you know, you ain't being bothered. Lemon juice. They'd leave you alone. Put it on your animals. They're not, mosquitoes, ticks, it's a natural repellent and it's very healthy. But, oh my God, what did I just tell you? Oh, all these people with off, the producer of all, put that insecticide, pesticide chemical on you spray because the skin is the largest organ. Oh, I got to be punished for that. Oh my God. Oh my God, I told them lemon juice is a natural insect repellent. Put it on your skin. They won't be biting you. They'll leave you alone. You can sit there and enjoy the night. All through the night. You'll be able to enjoy pets too. Oh my God. Oh my God. She said she revealed that. I'm going to take a break. We're going to do part two. Lighter side of me. July 20th, 2021. Hope y'all are enjoying it so far.